Well, welcome to day 7, and good on you guys for hanging in and doing all the great work I see you doing, and would love to hear about some of the feedback that you're getting from your messaging, your posting, your TikToking, your reeling.
I haven't had much for responses yet, but
Okay.
I'm in the room anyway.
Yeah. How did it feel?
It'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah.
Good.
Once I get onto it, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, there's lots of little nuances and techie tricks to learn. So I've been playing and just doing some silly stuff, right? So
Yeah.
I tried the morph thing today. And so I took a picture of my brown eyes and I morphed them with something that was blue. And so it went brown and blue, brown. But here's the deal. So I posted it on Insta and I posted it on Facebook. And on Facebook, I put it in my story. And I said, what do you think, brown or blue? I actually have people messaging me because, you know, when you answer a story, it PM'd you. I have people like messaging me going brown, blue, brown, blue. I'm like, crazy, right? But it started a conversation with people I haven't talked to in a little while. So silly, right? Who knows what? I don't know. It's all
Yeah. No, I'll get onto it.
Yeah. There's one thing. Raylyn, are you there? Are you able to hop on? I don't know if she can hear us or if she's in a place where she can chat. So, can you not unmute? Or maybe she can't unmute.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you are there. Okay, there you are. So one thing that I noticed is that when you responded with the little message of were you just being supportive?
Right.
You did that as a reply in the message thread instead of doing that as a PM.
Oh,
So that should be a private message.
Well, see, that's why I was practicing on you.
Yep. So that goes into a private message. That way it doesn't look like you said that to every single person, right? That would just be in the thread and you would say that over and over. But in a private message, then you're just having a conversation with them.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got it as well.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Anybody else? Michael, with the snake in your mouth.
Yeah, I watched the recording from yesterday this afternoon. It was awesome. I like the way Jesse and Fraser simplified the process because I tend to complicate things. Now it's a lot more simpler for me, a lot easier. Just go have fun with it. Just do it. Don't complicate it. Don't overtalk. Don't try and give too much information or I don't have to totally educate them about the products. Just keep it simple.
Right.
I can. I feel like it's a lot easier now to do it.
Cool. Okay, so what I tried to do, remember when she was saying when you put words on it, like don't leave them there too long so they have to go back and watch it again and watch it again. So instead of doing a verbal post, I just did one with words on it where the words come in and out. And I didn't leave them there very long. So you actually have to go back and watch it again if you want to read it because they're not there long enough to read the first time. So I'm curious what that will do because it's supposed to, if somebody watches your video more than once or, it's supposed to change the algorithm or something. So anyway.
Question for you on that. How do you get them to come on and off? Because I put it on there and I couldn't get it it was on the whole video.
You have to click on, there's that little, like it shows where the wording is. So it's different on Reels because Reels, it gives that little text box down in the bottom left-hand corner. But on TikTok, you actually have to click on the words. So once you type it all in, you have to click on the words and then it brings up the box down at the bottom. So it like brings up a box where it says edit, and you can edit duration. And when you edit the duration, then you can move it where you want it to come in and out of the video by sliding the video.
And that's how you would add in another phrase with that, but it's not the same one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just made that like 2 seconds, and I put another one in, and then I moved it to the end of that other one. So you can see where it fades out and the new one comes in.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So, yeah, it's, I think that, I don't know what they're going to talk about today, but I feel like I'll probably end up on Google or YouTube, like learning step by steps on each one of the little features, because there's so many of them, to learn how to do them right. So, yeah. All right. Anybody else? And if not, we'll
Yeah.
get to it.
I tried Googling that idea of taking the music off your video.
Mhm.
I could delete it from my favorites, but I couldn't actually delete it from the video that I'd posted. The only way I could do that was to delete the video.
So I know that when I shared it to my Insta, when I like downloaded it to my Insta gave me the option to download it without sound. So maybe that would be a way to do it, is to download it without the sound, copy it from Insta, and then bring it back to TikTok. I don't know. I mean, it seems like a lot of work to go back and forth, but probably once you get used to, it probably wouldn't take that long. And I don't know if you can do that with a sound that's already in the video. Not sure. I just know it gave me the option.
Yeah, I think you can edit it before you post it, but once you've posted it, I think you landed with it.
Well, when you move it to Insta, it gives you an option to move it without the sound.
Oh, okay. All right. And
I
then you
think.
could always move it back,
And
right?
maybe that was just because it was my video that I created with my sound. I'm not sure. So I have no answer. Sorry.
That's all right. We're all learning.
It's advanced learning. I have a funny story. The Melaleuca guy
Mhm.
called me again today, and
Oh.
he gave me his spiel, and I was like, "Yep, we chatted yesterday," and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
He's obviously got a very good way of keeping record of things, right?
and then I was like, "Wait, shoot, what did we talk about? What should I have said?" And I couldn't think of what I was saying, and then I started choking on a snack I shouldn't have been eating anyway. So, so I was just like, "Yep, no." We chatted. We're all set. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Oh man, just thought I'd share that with you guys.
That's really interesting. All right.
And this is a guy who's been doing it for 15 years?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. Nobody's perfect.
Nope.
Good thing.
I reached out to 10 people out of 30, so I was excited about that.
Good.
And this is the first time I posted something, and then I went back and I looked through the people who had liked it, and then I reached out to 10 people, and I was excited.
So I didn't do my appreciate you post, but I joined a Sheepoo group. So I introduced Ollie and showed a picture of Ollie and just talked about what he's doing, where we got him, and some of the issues he's having and whatever. I have like 164 emojis and like 50 comments. So it's bad because I then want to click on them and prejudge who they are based on their posting. But there are some people that I will probably not ever be reaching out to, but there's a lot that I just appreciated what they had to say and share and some of the stuff they offered. And so that was kind of cool to, I just have this whole new group. So there's like 20 Sheepoo groups on Facebook.
Wow.
They'll have like thousands of people in them.
What about Pushy groups?
I didn't try Pooshie. I just tried Sheepoos. So
Okay.
I didn't know they were called Pooshies. Are they
Well,
called?
They're not.
Oh,
That's
okay.
funny.
Julia wants a Pooshie.
You guys have lost me.
You're joking, Wendy, right?
She's like, I want a Pooshie.
That's so funny.
Thousand Poochies.
So, and just like you guys could do with Mika, you could do with rescue dogs, or you could do, what breed is she?
Well, she's part husky. She's got a lot of husky in her because of her, the way
Join a
her
husky
behaviors.
group,
Yeah, I'll have to.
join a rescue group or a dog group or, yeah.
So can you take me through your like thought process of how like you like kind of foresee like a perfect conversation going?
So some of the people who actually responded with comments, I reached out to them and said, thank you for welcoming us. And I appreciate your comment to, try and help with his anxiety or help with his grooming. I would love to know what you're doing. Because one of the little girls said, I learned how to groom him myself. And so I said, can you tell me what you did to do that? And so starting a conversation, someone else said, hey, what are you using for anxiety? And I said, here's what I'm using. Then I private messaged her and said, would love to chat about it with you. So just kind of using him as a conversation starter. And it's just about being a normal person, right? So we're always back to being a normal person. So
I got some good responses with the collagen, especially in the UK. I contacted 20 people in the UK.
nice.
And I got one in the US, one in Canada. I got permission to send 9 of them the short video.
Cool.
5 of them have said yes, and they're interested in more information.
Great.
4 of them are still looking, and 4 said no.
Okay.
And all I was doing was using the scripts that we were given and not putting anything more into it, keeping it short, simple, and it's looking good.
And so here, I'll give you a aha with what I did with all of my no collagens from the very beginning. Is all of my no people, I went back and went, oh my gosh, can I send you some of the new result pictures I just got in? No one has told me, no, don't send me the pictures. Or I've said, oh my gosh, check out these new result pictures. I'm just floored at the results, right? And just sent them. If they looked, they looked. If they didn't, they didn't. I haven't had anybody not look at them. And so from that, I have people going, okay, I'll get back to you soon, or I'm not ready yet, but I want to try it. Or, it's just a rally back to, because that was the big thing I did in the beginning. Here's, would love to share these information about the new collagen with you. Check out those result pictures. And I just sent like 30 pictures, bing, bing, boom. And they're all there and all different kinds of things, all different ages. And that's how I, enrolled my first 10 collagen customers. It was very simple. And then anyone who said no, I rallied back in a month and went, look at my 30-day results with the people who got started. Look at my 60-day results with the people who got started. And I just keep doing that. So. Cool.
Can I share something that I think Sarah might resonate with?
Mhm.
I've realized that I've had trouble posting things or reaching out to people because like I have this expectation because like I want to turn the conversation over to Isagenix, and Pam does it so naturally. It's just like it's her posture. But for me, sometime at the very beginning, I remember it paralyzed me, and I was like, how do I even have a normal conversation? I'm being weird. And what helped me was taking that pressure, taking Isagenix off the table completely, and just practicing connecting with people. And that was, once I did that, I was like, oh, I don't have to make this conversation about Isagenix and then feel bad about myself if it doesn't go right. So I don't know if that helps you, but it's like, I'm feeling that pressure and like the overthinking and the need to be perfect in terms of reaching out to people, when if you just let that all go. And I know that feels scary because like you don't want to have non-productive conversations, but connecting with people in a genuine way really does feel different than when people know that I'm thinking, and it just sounds weird. So like when I'm thinking about like the next topic or how to steer the conversation, if it doesn't come naturally, it's obvious. So like if I relate it to competing, because it's in my world right now, when I look at myself on stage at the beginning, I was very unnatural and you could see it on my face and the judges could tell that. When I finally just let it go and I'm like, I'm here and I'm owning who I am and this is what I do, like it looks totally different. It's very natural, it's very genuine, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just, I'm like, am I smiling? I don't know if I am, but it looks like I am. So I don't know if that helps. But I just feel that pressure that you're putting on yourself. And for me, when I do that to myself, I stop and I don't do anything. And if it helps to give you permission to do it messy and to like say the wrong thing, but just keep going. That's what helped me. I needed to hear that today and yesterday. Like it's okay to mess up. And like last night, Steve Brown, when he was so scared, I was like, oh wait, you weren't here for that.
No,
Sarah.
I just finished it like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
So
So
Steve Brown, I was like,
yeah.
He inspired me to keep going, to just like screw it up. I'm like, I'm okay with that. So I'm okay with not being perfect now.
Yeah. Yesterday's was awesome. I think yesterday was probably one of the best days. Yeah.
It went by so fast.
Yeah, I did. It went by really fast and it was really good. And I'm glad you just said that, because Jojo, I thought you were going to be like, and I'm going to try to work in like, they need to get their dogs on. I said, gee, and I was going to be like, oh my God, how do I do that? Like, it felt very pressuring. And that's why I asked you. And so what's your plan of action? So thanks, Wendy. Thank you. And like,
honestly, my plan of action is to be friends with them and be able to have like then a friend connection where we're actually friends on Facebook and not just in the group.
Yeah.
And
maybe to help Ollie too. Like,
and to help Ollie, of course. But then naturally they see my post. So it just doesn't come up,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great.
Perfect. It's going to be different in every situation. So I'm just gonna roll with it right now. And for that group with Ollie as a basis.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wanted to ask one more question too, that you guys finished off with yesterday. Like, I feel like we need a shorter Forever Pack video or a telomere.
I'm making one.
Are you? Like, I love our Forever Pack video, but I think that's a lot of, honestly, I didn't watch it for 6 months. I mean, I was really, really sick. Yes. And I had just come through almost dying. So I'm using that as my excuse, but I have a friend that I'm trying to reach out to now. He's a veteran. He's really sick and I can't get him to watch it. It's just too long. And I think when Jessie Lee was like, you got to keep it between 3 and 4 minutes. I was like, yeah. Then we send them the Forever Pack, the collagen video. And I think like, it's just too much. We had someone over the weekend that I was working with and Crystal started texting, and then my hairdresser, I was just like, this whole thing, Crystal finally talked to her today and she was like, I was so confused. There was 3 videos you all wanted me to watch and they were all too long. And that was kind of a big take home for me yesterday. I was like, yeah, I think it's a great tool, but I think it's too long for this day and age, at least as a starting point. I think it's great to be like, yeah, here's for more information, watch this. But it's like a first.
Agreed.
First send out.
So I have the verbiage. I just, I'm putting it together and I will hopefully have it done by the end of the week.
Awesome. I did not mean that you had to do it.
No, I was already
offer to work on something.
already working on it. And so
Awesome.
I have the 3-minute think how long is my original collagen video is 3 minutes. I think the telomeres is 3 minutes. So I think that potentially we could do it, have telomere support collagen and nutrition in 7 minutes.
I think that'd be awesome. Like a 3, 2, 1 pack.
Forever Young pack or however, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give pack options. I'm just going to give explanations of the product.
Yeah, it would be nice after, like at the end of this, to kind of have a more like concise thing. Because I do like that idea of having like more of a script. I feel like going forward as a new person, I feel like I could get a lot more done and feel less paralyzed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, JoJo. You rock. That's why you are the rock star.
Everyone's rock star. All right. Okay, you guys ready to go? There is a telomeres and aging video that's on Vimeo also, and I don't know if the one is on if that's the one that's on YouTube as well. But I took the one from Vimeo and I actually pulled the verbiage from it. So I'm going to just re-record it as, because then it'll be somebody from the team instead of somebody I don't know. So what's the plan?
And how long is that one?
That's the 3-minute one.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't know that one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then the whole blend isogenics one is 2 minutes.
Yeah, I've used that one.
Mhm.
I like that one. Thanks, everyone.
Mhm. Okay. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome back to the stage the one and only Fraser Brooks and Jesse Lee Ward.
All right.
What's going on, guys? How was lunch? How was lunch? Portugal's dancing. Germany's dancing. Who else is dancing? Anyone from the UK feeling good? I don't know if anyone's out there from the UK or not, but we didn't give any shout outs to you.
Actually,
so.
let's do that. Let's do that. Drop a 1 if you guys are in like North America, South America. Drop a 2 if you're outside of North America, South America. I'm curious. I want to see there's lots of 1s in these rooms. 1s, 2s. A lot of 1s on this side. 2s. Hawaii, cool. I love it. Okay, yeah. It's late. It's late over in Europe as well, right?
Yeah.
I was also just thinking I probably danced more like in the last 2 days than I've danced in the last like 5 years.
That's good. It's because I influence you.
I have pulled a hamstring, I think, as well at some point, and my hip flexors are gone. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. We're already at the bottom. Hey, Mac.
All right.
Come on,
How are we
Fraser.
doing this? How is this happening?
Hey, Mac. All right.
Duplication.
I love that they know like our generation too, so they're not playing like okay. So okay, I want to know who feels like you're winning. Can we get some like I feel really good? Like let us know some yeses, some oh my god, I'm winning.
Yes.
Yes, look at that energy. Yes.
Come on. Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Woo!
And they stay there.
I love it. You know what's interesting? It says your hands up and they stay there. All you do is win. This is what you're going to do every day. Like, guys, I know you're like, it's working today. It's going to work tomorrow. It's going to work a month from now. It's going to work a year from now. It's going to work. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say 5 years because we were talking about how much has changed in 5 years. I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine if we came up here and we trained when we started in the network marketing direct sales space and be like, let's book our parties. Let's book our hotel events.
I think I remember when if I was going back, like, if I was checking my messenger, like maybe 5 years ago, there was a lot of, do you keep your options open? It was very like, there was a lot of like really kind of sales. There was just loads of like salesy scripts, but these, what you're sharing, I feel like you were having a conversation with people. You're just asking them good quality conversations. How many people, we asked you to do an assignment and we asked you to track the number of people who you sent a message to. Don't worry about the replies. How many people, let us know in the chats, how many people you were able to send a message out to. Want to read some of them off?
Alteria has 64. There we go. April 32,
300.
34, 75, 35, 61. Yes.
Oh, these guys are working.
120.
Chelsea, 20.
300.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
I was paralyzed. My fingers hurt. That's brilliant.
Liz Perkins, shout out. She had 17 and 1 sign up. Already literally making money.
Come
on. Guys, this is unbelievable. How many of you are just seeing the confidence building? Even if you didn't get a sign up yet, maybe all 20 people you messaged reprospected you. But how many of you were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did it. Like I did it. I love something I saw in chat in room Z7. Mm-hmm. He or she, I'm sorry, I didn't see who it was. They said they said I'm already getting these messages back. This is actually working. Mm-hmm. I'm just feeling so much better. That's what this is about. You can do this.
It's gold, and that's it, right? So belief creates the activity creates the experience, the experience creates the confidence. You get more confidence, you get more belief, you get more belief, you take more action, you get more action, you get more experience, you get more experience, you get more confidence, you get more confidence, you get more belief. Just keeps going and going and going and going and going. How confident on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being incredibly confident, 1 being no confident, do you think Jessie Lee has? How much do you think? 100, right? 100, 11. No one said less than a 10 yet, right? She's been doing it and 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 doing it. I think we would love to get some people up and just maybe get some additional clarity. If you guys, for some of you guys who are maybe just want a little bit more help, a little bit more depth. So maybe you got some questions. Maybe it doesn't. You feel like maybe you want to go a different direction in terms of like business or product. So maybe we could get, if you guys could give us a ferocious wave, dancing wave, Z7 Claire Rose Howard. Z7 Claire Rose Howard. Oh, there we go.
Z1,
oh, no,
Z1 Wayne Lice. Look at him. He's got a question. He's excited.
Z1 Wayne Lice.
Wayne Lice.
Nice. Z6 Samara Lane McCarthy.
Yeah, Samara in Z6, her face jumped somewhere. Someone's back here under something, but I can't see the name. All right, so we'll start there, and then if your question hasn't been answered, we'll go to a couple more, okay?
Yeah, and then after that, we'll go into content.
Yep.
Right? We're gonna have fun with this.
Yeah, we have a lot to do, so I know some of you just straight up didn't eat. You didn't eat at break. I mean, I would say I'm sorry, but like we made money, guys. All right. I mean, money, food. And
you were hustling as well during the lunch. Yeah. I was like, hey Jessie Lee, what should we what are we gonna open with in the next session?
I had to TikTok, guys. I had to post. I had to DM. I had to get my messages too.
She ain't messing.
Yeah.
She ain't messing. All right, so we can bring the first one up. Z7, I think it was. Claire Rose Howard. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, Claire, how you doing?
Woo!
I'm good. My brain's gone to mush because I want to Facebook Live this or do something. A reel, Instagram reel. Oh my goodness! Can somebody Instagram me?
Hey, you know what? Give me 3 seconds. I'm just going to take a video and I can send that video to you.
There we go.
And then you can use
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry. My brain has gone to complete mush. Firstly, I just want to honor you both. You're absolutely amazing. This is Fraser Brooks and Jessie Lee. I'm Boss Lee, and I cannot believe this. Woo! That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, I just want to say thank you.
This is Claire Rose Howard. I can't even believe it. I can't believe it. It's Claire Rose Howard.
I can't believe it's Jessie Lee and Fraser Brooks. So, okay, I have to, firstly, what you have shared with us has just simplified everything. I think in my business, we make things so complicated. We sample, then we invite to Zoom, then it's like just takes so long. And so thank you for simplifying. I have 2 really simple questions and then maybe something that's really complex. One, I can't figure out how to get gifts on my text on my iPhone. They used to be there, they're not there anymore. The second one, I've completely forgotten what my question was. And my third question is, it's this whole thing about, I'm really passionate about certain things. I'm passionate about my faith. I'm passionate about letting my light shine. I'm passionate about freedom, helping people step into health. And I feel like some of those have hot topics connected with them. And so if I want my light to really shine brightly, I can't dampen them by not sharing some of those things that are really passionate to me. But I've lost customers and I've even lost business builders because they've disagreed with some of my things. So what would you guys do?
Well, when it comes to the GIF, I'll just show you the GIF situation, just so you've got that. All right, so if we can use the Elmo, that would be amazing, just so I can show you. So hey guys, I just want to let you know I use an iPhone. For those of you who Android users, I'm not able to show you what it's like on an Android, unfortunately, because I don't own one and I don't have an idea on how to use one. So, but it should be very similar. All right, it should be very similar. Okay, so we're in a Messenger here. I'm going to click the plus sign, and then in the middle, it's not that easy to see, but next to the little camera with the little plus, you have the GIF. Click on that. And this is where you would search, right? So cry or sad, right? So, hey Mary, I noticed you saw my last message, but you didn't reply. ... And then you go to the GIF, and then you enter it here, and then you can kind of select this one, right? Once you click it, it sends. Okay, so just to recap, at the bottom of the chat, you should press the plus signal, the sign. Then the GIF is in like the middle bit, right, where my finger is. Okay. Is that clear? Can you see that?
Mine doesn't have that plus. There isn't a plus on mine.
So what I would do is I would try maybe either updating the app or deleting the app and reinstalling it, because it should show up, right? Maybe just a glitch or something like that, but it should be there.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you.
And then, yeah, I mean, so that answers that. And then when it comes to the stuff that's controversial, like, you already answered it for yourself, honestly. I mean, you were like, I'm pushing away business partners. I'm blah, blah, blah. Like, let your business feel good. If you've ever watched me on social, I talk about God all the time. Like, all the time. But like Eric said, I just leave it at God. Right? I just leave it at God. If somebody wants to DM me and get deeper into the conversation, I'm all about it. But I just leave it at God. Okay? But if you've ever watched me, you've heard me say, God, 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 church, 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 God, 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 all the time. So I think there's like, I think there is that fine line though, and I think you're starting to find it. So you're gonna find through experience more than anything. What's going on? Hey Wayne, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey.
Can I answer for you, Wayne? Switch. I like your background. It's so fun. Look at it. Wow.
Oh, Wayne. That's awesome.
Gotta love virtual, right? I do have that quilt though. It's hanging downstairs. But anyway, I responded to everybody that messaged me from the Facebook post, the change of the profile, which blew my mind that I got like over 200 likes and 50 messages.
Yeah, Wayne!
Come on, Wayne.
Like 50 messages.
Yes.
50 messages. 50.
About that, yeah. 50, yeah.
Come on.
I during lunch, some of them are already either team members or they know what I do. So I just sent them a nice message aside from your script. But the people who I didn't really have a lot of contact with, I sent your script. And it was very uncomfortable sending it, but I did anyway. And a couple people have responded back that they were just supporting. Now, do you have any suggestion on how to respond to them?
Yep.
And the other piece that I had was one person responded back that I just really liked your picture and I'm interested in learning more about what you do.
Boom.
I'm like,
that's what I'm talking about. Wait. All right. I feel an opportunity. All right. So the first thing is like just being normal. But I will tell you a little secret I do instead of just being normal is the people who say I'm just being supportive. I just call it the 30-second scroll. It doesn't even need to be 30 seconds. All right. I would go to their page and I would just scroll really quickly until you find something that's an actual conversation point. Because like I said, this is a great way to build those relationships, right? Those people are clearly watching your page, right? So let's scroll down. Let's say I'm scrolling down and I see you just took your first vacation since the pandemic. Maybe you took your family on a trip to the beach or something. I'm clearly making it up, right? I would just say something like, Wayne, yeah, thank you so much, Wayne. I appreciate the support as I work my business. I see you and your family just went down to Ocean City. How was that? Is it normal yet? From since the pandemic started? Again, questions, keeping conversation going, because the more that they start to see that you're into them, they're going to be more into you. So there's nothing wrong with the supportive, like I like the supportive responses. And then congrats on that person who wants more info. So exciting. First of many, bro. First of many. So awesome. Does that help? Does that help you?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Yeah, go Wayne.
Go Wayne. So there was a question that's really good. A lot of you probably have the question. And then I'll run right over to you. I know, don't worry, we did not forget you. So somebody was saying, how do I get past the block where they have to be accepted into the groups? All you need to do is send, when you say, can I tag you in a quick video? You can, and they say yes, you can just say, you can put a line in there that's just something like, I'm adding you to a group called Happy Group, whatever your group is called, right? It should be in your notifications if you want to accept it first. It's easy. Just add something in there, boop, and then you can tag them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how are you, Samara? How you doing?
Yeah, Samara. Yes.
Out right now. I absolutely love both of you. Okay, so I have like 3 super quick questions, hopefully. So what is your take on, like, I feel like I have a lot of other network marketers or business owners and that like my stuff and comment and stuff. Would you still message them this? Is that weird? Is that, so your take on that? Do you want me to just say all the questions first?
Well, we can go one at a time. I think that's fine. Yeah. I still think you message them, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would too.
Okay.
They follow you.
Okay. And then as far as like the controversial stuff, so I've had a lot of like stuff on my Facebook or whatever. I personally like just don't talk about any of that stuff. But then I have had people that are like, oh, well, if you don't, say anything, then you don't care. You're not, whatever. So not to like make this a negative thing, but is it all just in my head? Should I just keep doing what I'm doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't let their opinion of you or what they think of you kind of hold you back from doing what you want to do, right? I would just crack on. There's so many people who try to pull us down. They try to limit our success in order to keep their power. And what I mean by that is they don't want to see you go out there and be successful, because then they're like, oh, maybe she's not going to be friends with me anymore. Maybe I'm not going to be able to talk about politics or drama or gossip. And one thing that I've always done over the years is I always realize, right, there's 2 types of people. There's 2 groups of people you'll hang around with. The first group will talk about other people, gossip, drama. The second kind of people are the people who are in this environment, who are at this event. They talk about concepts, systems, ideas, visions, goals. And I want you to make sure that you spend more time with the people in Group B than you do Group A. And unfortunately, a lot of the people who are nearest and dearest to us are in Group A. But I would focus on what you're doing, what you want. If you offend the people, like, hey, they're going to stop following you, right? You can stop following them if you want, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So yeah, I'll do that.
Like an overthinker and an overplanner, and I'd like want everything to be perfect. So I know a lot of this is just like mindset. So I'm working on that. Awesome. My last question is like, so like everything that we've been doing as far as like the profile picture and the description and, all the things that you guys told us to post, all the exercises, like, I guess, am I ready? Am I ready for this? Like, I feel like I'm kind of in the rebuilding stage of my business. So I'm like, I know taking action, like that's what I need to do to move forward. But I guess, is there anything else I need to do to like jump back in again? Or do I just go for it?
I'll tell you what, when I started, I was not ready. But I did the work and I became ready. I kind of just I started running and I pulled a hamstring. I'd run again, pulled another hamstring, run again, and I recovered. And I got stronger and stronger by doing it and doing it and doing it. And you will gain the confidence by taking the action, which gives you the experience, which gives you the confidence. And I think just making the start, pressing go live, hitting the send, typing the message out and hitting it, that's going to help you get the confidence to understand that, you know what, I am ready for this success. I am ready for this. Instead of overthinking, you know, the more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do. The less you do, the more you think. The more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do, right? Doubt kills action and action kills doubt. So although I don't like the advice of just do it, it's true. Just do it. Get on with it. You got it. You've got this. You're going to crush this. I love your jumper as well. Super cool.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Was there one more?
Yeah, we can. Okay, there's still like a lot of questions. So let's see. In Z7, Tony Pacas looks like she's going to break her arms. So, and then we got Giordano Carrera. No, that's not. Hold on a second. That's Colton. We got Colton in Giordano in Z6.
Yeah,
after.
That's a different name.
Colton. Oh
that's
my
a
God.
different name.
Ranger. But yeah, we'll take. Yeah, where'd she go? Tony. Yeah, Tony.
All right.
Funny when you like your friends, you're like looking at your friends like wrong name.
Friends aren't allowed. Whoa!
Look at the love hearts.
They
Woo!
are so cool.
Tony is manifesting some love hearts on her
cool.
posts, I think. All right, Tony, what questions
yes.
can we answer for you?
So instead of trying to just like master all of this stuff at once and feeling like you're overwhelmed with, I'm sure somebody else might have asked this question, but would you just recommend starting one place and then if you can share that elsewhere, go with that? Or, I mean, it's kind of a big overwhelm, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like Eric was saying yesterday. He's like, we used to have this idea of let me master Facebook and then I'm going to move on to Instagram and then I'm going to get TikTok and then. And this is going to be overwhelming. Like, first of all, I want to appreciate you for being like, I feel like I am going to explode. Like, this is easy for you guys. We're over here. I mean, I'm wearing sunglasses to hide my tears, okay? like I really appreciate that. And I just want to let all of you know, like Eric said this morning too, I was very overwhelmed with TikTok. Mm-hmm. I'm like, my podcast is exploding. My Facebook's exploding. I don't have time for this. Make time to tickety-tock. It really is about the messy action. The cool thing of if you try all these things, what's going to happen, Tony, is you're going to find something you really like.
Yeah.
You're going to find something you really like. And maybe it is you do a totally sloppy, messy, but in its own authentic, vulnerable way TikTok. And people are like, that is like my new best friend. Like, that is exactly how I feel about this. Like, do you have kids?
I do, but they don't live here anymore.
Right, perfect. So you can that doesn't even matter. I just want to know if you gave birth. You can get on TikTok and say something like, I'm doing this thing because I need to be cool with my kids. Like that, like whatever. Just we clearly have a personality. We can see that clearly. And just talking on there. Maybe it's not the fancy sound. Maybe it's just you being like, I'm gonna figure this stupid TikTok thing out. And then, like whatever. Mm-hmm. You never know. Maybe that goes viral and you can put something on there. I'll give you this. Here's a gimme. Put on there, are you a mom? I'll show you how to do the text later. Ages this to this, give it an age range, and say who like, I don't know, what's that? What's the water next to you? Is that like a sparkling water or something? What is that?
Yeah. So
okay,
fresh clean water.
Or something else next to you too. So like, there's like things around you probably that you like. Yeah. Who I don't know. I'll make stuff up. Are you a mom between this age and this age who likes wine? Who likes Jesus? I see a cross. And who likes? Your house looks cool too. So maybe interior design. It's way more organized than mine. Okay. If so, hit follow because I'm new to the app and I need friends. You know what I mean? Like, then you're going to find people who are like, oh my God, my kids think I'm psycho. My kids think, oh geez, here goes mom on her freaking TikTok and whatever. And then you can build a brand around it because so much of what we're teaching you guys, it's not about being perfect. I promise you. It's about finding your people. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for the perfect sponsor, You would literally never join me. If you're looking for the Stepford wife, you would never join me. If you're looking for the super conservative, like, I don't know, I'm talking like this, okay? But like, oh my God, can you believe she has a tattoo? Half my body has freaking Hawaiian art on it. I'm not for you. Like, that's fine. I'm trying to find your people. So the more authentic and messy, and I'm scared, and I'm this, and I'm that, then you know what? You're going to find all the people who are like, oh, thank God. Thank God somebody like that exists and I can join them, because I thought I had to have perfect hair and the perfect handbag and the perfect clothes and the perfect makeup. And I just roll out of bed in sweats every day, for God's sake. You're going to find your people. We're trying to find your people, Vicky. We're trying to find your people, Matt, your people, Georgie, your people. So it's okay that you're overwhelmed. If you weren't, I would call you a liar.
Yeah.
Because there's a
Something happened. Hold on.
I'm impressed how she talks so much and so loudly, and she never sounds like her voice gets hoarse. I want that.
I think it's my.
She does talk a lot, and she also, I'm surprised that, what's his name doesn't interrupt her more. She talks over him and he didn't get much to say.
All right, I'm gonna have to probably start it over. Hold on.
Does she talk over him? My interruption radar didn't go up.
Well, no, but she talks so much, he never has a chance to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway.
all of you through Tony, like all of you, okay? It's okay to be scared. All right, what's your next question?
No, it's gone.
It's done.
They muted me.
Okay.
Sorry, they muted me. Honestly, I have a statement more than a question now, because I've been working my day job while doing this since Friday with you guys, and it really has shown me that it is possible to break that 9 to 5 and really make a difference in the world doing what I love. And so I just want to thank you guys for that, because you guys really changed many lives this weekend and today and yesterday. And I'm not the only one who feels it, but I just want to thank you for everybody, truly.
Yeah, the team here have done such an incredible job. The speakers at Most Powerful Women, and you guys, and Eric, and the Warwick Studio team as well. I'll give a shout out to those guys, because they've worked their backs off for you guys. They ain't sleeping. Yeah, they ain't sleeping. So should we do one more before we jump in?
We had
we did have
well, it wasn't really Giordano, but the room was Z6 Giordano. I don't know the last name. Giordano.
Z6.
Yeah.
Giordano.
Six,
Can you see them?
Not anymore. I don't know where they went.
Ooh.
There we go. Hey!
That's a different Giordano. There's the real Giordano.
There's the real one.
Oh.
Giordano!
He's got invisible
I like
skills.
Italians.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people in the background as well.
I like one Italian.
Yeah, they're laughing. We can hear them laughing. Great.
I love it. We can hear you. What's going on, my friends?
Hotties. People are saying hotties in the chat.
Oh.
It's the ketones. No, I'm just kidding. It's the water. But question is, Fraser and Jesse, what's your favorite way to come up with content ideas?
We're actually going to go into that. But my favorite one, I would say, is if I scroll the feed and I see a post that has like 100 likes, 20 comments,
The chat is not good. Okay, y'all are perverted. You need to go talk. You need to text your partners or something.
I'm married.
Yeah,
Okay.
go on.
All
There you go.
right. Okay.
He just got massive.
Y'all need to
husband points there.
exercise or something.
He's got like at least 37.
I'ma
husband
pray
points
for
that
all
one.
y'all.
All right. So if I see a post that's working for someone else, I'll save it. And if I'm like losing inspiration, I'm lacking inspiration, I'll go into that kind of saved file and I'll be like, right, okay, how can I do my own version of this? That's all. That's kind of all I do, really. Is there anything that you do?
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
people ask me all the time. They say, Jessie Lee, was that, like, how do you schedule your posts? How many of you have been wondering if I schedule my posts or if I have somebody posting them for me? Have any of you wondered that? Sandro has.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda has. Love it. So the answer is no to both. Okay, Lucia's asked. Okay, so here's the thing. Social media to me is show people your life. Like, what are you doing today? The reason I had you post yesterday, a screenshot of you learning, and we talked about this at dinner. I was like, wow, like we got a bajillion tags from people that have never tagged me before in anything. And he's like, yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
And Fraser said, it's because they're not yet conditioned
Mm-hmm.
to share their lives. Like, how many of you haven't thought yet today to boomerang the two of us, or boomerang yourself, or take a photo of yourself, or put it in your story, or at lunch, tell people what you're doing, or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not yet in your repertoire. It's not yet in your habits. For me, I'm like, I just said this. We were just backstage, and Eric said, hey, you guys can go in the trailer. There's this trailer back there. And what did I say?
You were like, opportunity, TikTok opportunity.
This is a TikTok opportunity, Fraser. Get your phone. Right? I'm like, let's go to the trailer. Right? I'm like, we got to take photos in the trailer, video in the trailer. We got to snap. We got to do the most, right? Like, I'm literally just, every time I see something, I'm like, like the Marina's Lamborghini's out front.
Oh,
she
wow.
has the yellow Urus out front, right? And I'm like, I'm going to sit on it. I'm like, it's an opportunity.
Who took the
And
photo?
so I sat on it. I said, I need a photo. Fraser, will you take a photo? I'm like, Fraser, hold on. We're together. People like when we're together. Take a photo. Hey, Eric, my people really like you. Take a photo. I'm in Eric's house. Photo. And maybe you're like, okay, but I'm literally not with Fraser Brooks. I'm not in a trailer. I'm not, if I sit on someone's Lamborghini, I might get injured, like that's scary. Okay, but share your day.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know you. They want to know about your kids. They want to know about what your garden looks like if you're a gardener. I keep seeing all these Hawaiians in the chats. If you aren't posting a photo of the scenery every day, you are missing out on mainland customers and promoters and everywhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's your normal is your normal. It's why you think you're boring. Your life is not boring. It's just that you live it every day.
Mm-hmm.
To use the example a little further, we walked into Eric's house the other day, and we had a conversation. I'm like, it's kind of weird that this is like, all right, we're going to Eric's house. All right, we've been here like 50 times. All right, yep, here's the $15 million house. Just la, 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 la. Do you think that Eric walks in his house every day and Marina walks in and goes, oh, heavens, look at the glass. Wow, the koi fish. Oh, my God, get a photo. Get a boomerang of that fish. Look at that fish. Look at that fish. No, it's their normal. It's their normal. So your life is not boring. Your content is not boring. It's just you're so used to it, you don't think about it. Now y'all want to see the fish. Literally, there are koi fish, and I've never seen Eric take a single photo of them.
Are they Norwegian?
He's funny. So literally, look at him. Literally, the content production, the content creation is literally you living your life. And then making sure, like I teach that 4-2-1 ratio, right? Of 4 posts that have nothing to do with business, 2 that are kind of about business or product, and then 1 that's like a hard-hitting post. If you're following that, Z4 Brenda Wall will take you because we see you. If you are following that, then you'll start to get in a pattern where you're like, I don't think I've posted about my opportunity in a while. I should probably post about my opportunity. I haven't posted about my service in like a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and make a content post around that. So I hope that answers the question, but we like Brenda. She has Fraser's books in the background.
Well, you know, I'm actually, because I've got to admit, you are a beast at like content creation. Like I have never ever met anyone like you who literally, you did like 6 TikToks in the break. Like how can you do 6 TikToks whilst you're having a sandwich? Like I'm the other end of the spectrum, the other end of the scale, where if it's not in my calendar, I don't do it. So I literally have reminders in my calendar 2 or 3 times a day, right? Facebook post, Instagram post, Instagram live, Facebook live. And some people say that's like maybe too structured, maybe for those of you who've got kids and stuff, but I need that. So I think it's figuring out like, yeah, have some structure, but also like if there's an opportunity, train yourself to be like, opportunity, Instagram opportunity, TikTok opportunity, Reel opportunity. And you'll only get those by creating more content as well. So I thought that was an amazing question.
Yes.
We did lose them on the screen, but I think there was like 70 people at their house, which is kind of cool. Maybe 7, but yeah. Brenda, how you doing, legend? How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, my question is around the ad tag message group. I don't have one. Nobody in my upline does. Somebody in my sideline does, and I'm looking to see if I can get in that so I can kind of get an idea. But would you suggest I create one? And then is there a separate way to do that on Instagram? That kind of tells my naivety about Instagram.
Yeah, so I would definitely collaborate. I would also, even though your upline doesn't currently have one, I would have conversations like, do you think we should put this together? Like, would you be interested in that? Assuming, of course, you have a good relationship with them. And then if you have a great relationship with that cross-line, sideline, whatever you want to call them, then sure, collaborate there. I just think, again, I'll talk to Eric about like putting together a whole thing for you guys with this. But I just think the bigger the actual group is, the better off all of you are. There is something to be said for social, just social credibility. I mean, I mentioned our customer group has 600,000 people. The ability to go in that group and see every size, shape, color, gender, lifestyle, kind of, you know, food, whatever, we've got you. Like you're like, you can't join because you'll join me. Like you're not allowed in, guys. Okay. Like it voodoos you, you know, like you're screwed. It's so powerful. And so I think there's something to be said for the sheer volume of people. So the more you collaborate in, I think the better off you are. What was the second part of that? I'm sorry. My brain went bloop.
Instagram.
Okay. So I have, I technically have ad tag message on Instagram. It's really difficult unless you want it to be like a full-time job. Even staffing, it gets frustrating. I mean, there's the biggest part of a successful ad tag message group is integrity and the ability for everybody's lead to go back to the right person. And so with Instagram, you can't really, it's not set up for that. You know, there's just not enough organization, which is why even if you're pretty much an exclusively Instagram person listening to this, I have to tell you, I do think you need Facebook to structure your business.
100%. Definitely agree.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Hi.
And I'll just quickly rapid fire a couple things just because this won't take too much fast.
All right.
So an idea on how much to post where, 3 TikToks a day, 1 reel a day, what's ideal for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It depends each person. So back to sort of like find out where your biggest ROI is. I just think you need a presence on all 3. We don't have time to explain how I maintain. I have more than 600,000 customers. There's just that many in the group. Customer group versus business group. Business group is for business prospects. Customer group is for customer prospects.
Yep.
Let's see. Just posted a reel. Already 12 likes already. Perfect. You are awesome. 421. What do you message someone who's You can still message everybody who has a private page on Instagram. Top right-hand corner on Instagram, there's the 3 dots. Hit the 3 dots. It'll say send message. Send message. Cool.
All right.
Are you guys like, are y'all feeling a little more confident? Are you feeling more like, and guys, okay, I've seen this a couple times. One more thing I want to say. All of this works if you're in a service-based company.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so you might be thinking, because I like how this is worded. Melissa says, "What about non-tangible products that are services? That's not sexy." It's perspective. It's posture. I could join any one of your companies today and outsell all of you. I mean, anyone want to disagree with me? Like any of them. I could sell your energy. That's not sexy. I'll make it sexy, right? I'll sell your squiggly lines and your whatever. I'm still gonna outsell you. I'm gonna figure it out. Like it doesn't. Whatever it is you're selling, please don't, please don't join me. Oh my God. Okay. Like,
Amy, is Amy okay?
Yeah. Where's Amy again? Like it's not a cocky thing. Okay, it's a systems thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a cocky thing. It's a systems thing. It's just that I know that when you follow little simple scripts, it works. When you follow, like, just because you don't have before and after photos of a makeup transformation or skincare or hair care or weight loss shake, whatever transformation, it doesn't mean that your service is not valuable. Like, I'll just give you an idea, because some of you are like, you said you understand how to make it sexy. Teach me. Watch this. If I were, the only one I can think of is like energy. Like the people who say like, here's your energy bill, whatever, I can get you your energy cheaper, right? If it were me, I would literally have a photo. I would ask the person to take a photo of themselves with their new energy bill for me, my customer, like how excited they are.
Yeah.
And I would post a story about how now that they saved $62 that month on their electric bill, they were able to put their kid in dance classes with a photo of the kid in the leotard.
Yeah.
Shut up! I'm gonna sell more energy than you. Like, I mean, I think the level of overthinking is just, you got to cut the stinking thinking. Everything can be made sexy. Everything can be made attractive. Everything can be made, special for people.
And they have the chance of working with you. Like, come on, you're sexy, right? You're sexy. Whether it's the community, that's sexy. Whether it's working with you, that's sexy. Whether it's being a part of something bigger, whether it's mission-based more than commission-based, that's sexy. Promote that if you need to. I don't see enough people promoting that. As well. So
legal services is the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. I mean, same thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, shall we get into some content creation?
Yeah. You guys ready to create some content? If you're ready to create some content, put a yes in the chat, maybe some hands up.
Come on. Let's do this. All right.
Sylvia's ready. I see her over here.
I want to share with you guys first and foremost because I need a little bit of structure kind of in my life. That's just how I work. So I want to help you create some epic content. Now, what are the 3 things that we've got told about the whole sales game that people need to and before they buy from us? They need to you can let me know in the chat. They need to no. They need to, let me get
like.
Ooh, there we go. They need to know.
Trust. They crushed it. The chats know what's up.
They need to like. And they need to trust. So how the heck do we create that on social media? Well, I want to kind of help you create your own kind of social media funnel, right? So this is what the funnel looks like. Oh, yeah, it can look a lot better than that, right? So the funnel. So someone's going to kind of come into the funnel, right? Well, that's the world's worst stick man. The legs are not attached to the body. But how do we get people to know of us on social media? Well, this is where the E is. We need to either educate, give something of value, or we need to entertain, right? So Jessie Lee, she goes, you go live every day. Is it every day, Monday to Friday? And you're entertaining, you're educating.
I'm a combo move for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely both.
Right. So when I go live, I'll do like how to. So 3 top tips to, growing your business on social media, 3 top tips to generating more leads, 3 top tips to doing this, 3 top tips to doing that. But when you educate and entertain, what do you think people do? Oh, this was so funny. Jessie Lee, you have to see this. I send it to Jessie Lee. What does Jessie Lee go? Oh, that's pretty cool. Who is this guy doing this post? Who is this girl doing this post? So guess what? They now know you. Right? If you're not creating content, you're not entertaining, you're not educating, how are people going to just find you? Right? So we'll actually come to how you can kind of create this in a minute. I just want you to write this down so that you have this, so that you can start thinking, okay, how do I entertain? How do I educate? The second one, so people now know you, right? Because maybe someone shared the post. The second one is, how do they like you? Because just because it's entertaining or educating, it won't mean that they necessarily like you. They might have known you. They're like, oh, I really like her content. I really like his content. I really like the content they're creating. So cool. So the P is for personal. They'll like you when they start seeing your personal posts. Like Jessie Lee, again, go on her Instagram, go on her Facebook. There's like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of posts. Her on the Lamborghini. You read the captions. Her with her dog. You look at the dog. Her, taking her products, right? Her traveling around the world. Her going to Napa. Her coming here. And you're like, I love this girl. She's awesome. Her energy is great. So now you do a live, or you do a TikTok, or you do a reel, or you do a story, or you do a post. It's entertaining or it's educating. People now know you because they're sharing things that they find funny or they find of value, right? How many times have you ever done a selfie and people have shared it? I mean, it's a bit weird. Like if I do a selfie, I'm like, yeah. And then like 100 people share it. I'm like, why are they sharing my selfie? Now they might share it if the caption in the post is entertaining or educating, right? A selfie is not going to get you shares. Right? Would you agree?
Yeah, unless you got a stalker.
Unless you got a stalker, yeah, right. We all got a few of them,
I
right?
completely agree.
And we will actually pull up some of your guys' content that you've already created, hopefully later on today, and give you some tips of what we would actually do to make that happen, to change that, if you guys would find value in that, right? So now people know of you because you've entertained or you've educated. People will now some people will like you. Will everyone like you? No, not everyone will like you. Some people will like you, some people will love you, some people will dislike you, some people will hate you. The haters that keep following you, they really do love you. They just don't want kind of you to know or to think that, right? Confused supporters. The trust comes from inspiration or inspirational posts. So we've got educational, we've got personal, now we've got inspirational. So I believe that inspiration comes from progression. So how do you create inspirational posts is you kind of going, this was me before, and now this is me here. Or you're constantly doing your Instagram stories. You're constantly doing your Facebook or Instagram lives. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, right? You're constantly doing your Instagram lives. You're constantly doing your Facebook lives. And people can start to see, whoa, her energy is exploding. His energy is exploding. I remember when they were getting 5 people on their lives. Now they're getting 50 people on their lives. Here's the big mistake that I see people make, especially if you have the health and wellness products, the skincare products, is that people kind of focus a lot about their own story and not the stories of the people who they've helped. So here's what I mean by that. If you have been using your product for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and you've had like a radical transformation, people might not necessarily, they're not going to see the progression with that if they've just started following you, or they might think, oh, it's okay for you because you've been using your product or your service for years and years and years, right? What happens if you start taking photos with the people in your team, people who are your customers, people who use your product, and you write something like this? Again, I'm just going to kind of give you an idea. But meet my friend Bob, meet my friend Mary, meet my friend Sarah. A few months ago, Bob came to me with a problem, with a pain. He was struggling with energy. And using the products that I use, he's been able to Obviously, you got to stay compliant with your company rules and regulations and all that fun stuff. Be like Bob. Or if you would like to be like Bob, drop a I'm a winner below. I want to be like Bob down below, right? If you don't ask, you don't get. But now when people start seeing you with all these different, helping all these different people, great, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be positioned as the person who can help other people. It's not just I help myself, I help you, I help you, I help you, I help you, I help you. Now you might be thinking, yeah, but I don't have any customers yet. That's why I'm here. I want to get customers. Well, you heard some great scripts, but when you get the chance to go to a team event, when you get the chance to go to any event, you can use other people's customers and you can say, meet my new friend, Bob. Bob had a similar problem to me a few months ago and started to use the same products that I've been using. Now, people aren't necessarily going to know that, like, if that's your customer or not, because it doesn't matter. Because again, you are positioning the person of credibility, you're positioning yourself as someone who can help them. So once you educate, people will know you. Once you provide personal posts, people are going to start to like you. Some will, some won't. When you provide inspirational posts, it could be a quote. It could be how you help other people. Now people are going to start to trust you. But I believe that know, like, and trust is not necessarily everything you need to do. There's one final step, and I said it was epic content, right? So we got the E, we got the P, we got the I, and the C. Guess what? Tony Robbins. He's educated, he's entertained, he provides some personal posts from time to time, he's inspirational. But I wouldn't necessarily reach out to Tony Robbins. Hey, Tony, love that post you did. I've kind of got that, like, I'm a bit starstruck. So the last step, the C, is how you kind of get the money, is conversational. Conversational posts. These are things like Jessie Lee covered some of them yesterday. We can cover them a little bit more. Is you asking a question. You asking a question. When do you think the pandemic will end? Oh, I mean, that might be that might be a little bit of a controversial one, that one, right? When, what would be, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? You can ask this in your lives. You can ask this in your stories. You could do this on a reel. You could make a static post about this. And you're basically, the people who have found you, they know you, they like you, they trust you, they're going to be commenting like crazy on these posts. Like crazy. And then what do you do when you get all these comments? Well, I think you might have got some scripts. I think they might
have some scripts.
Did you get
I think they might have some scripts.
You get some scripts. Some people will be sharing it. Hey, you should, check this post out. But here's the thing. This is what I want you to know about the algorithm, how the algorithm works. When you comment on something and you go on the news feed, anyone ever been on the news feed and it says something like let's say you're friends with Bob Jones. Bob Jones has commented on someone's post, right? Bob Jones has commented on Mary Smith's post. You're not necessarily friends with Mary Smith, but what Mary Smith has posted about matches up with something that you have shown an interest in, whether it's because of a page you like or a group that you're in. So here's the thing. If you create conversational posts and you get 10 comments, 20 comments, 50 comments, 100 comments, 500 comments, more people are going to see that post, which means that you get more people coming into your funnel. More people know about you. More people then see your personality. They start to like you. Some will, some won't. Then they start seeing your inspirational posts. Now some of them trust you. But guess what? Some of them are too shy to reach out to you. So you have to create the conversational posts to give them a reason for it to make it so easy. Again, I keep referring to Jessie Lee because not just because she's here, but it's genuinely someone who every one of us should look up to because of the beast mode that she is. Now, she makes it so easy, so simple, so straightforward for you to want to reach out and comment. You genuinely, and every post you make now has hundreds and hundreds of comments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you make it super simple. You're always saying, drop a love heart. You're always saying, comment, I'm a winner. You're always saying, fill in this poll, right?
That's a really good one, by the way. But are you guys getting value from this? Because I'm going to guess yes, because I'm over here taking photos of it too. One of the easiest conversational ones, I'll just write this down for you guys here, actually are polls. So
yes, for sure.
This is people love their own opinions. Like ask people, and you can do this around like not even necessarily around product, but things that maybe you know are coming. I'll give you some examples because I was watching the chats and there were a lot of I'm not creative, help me. So we're here to help you for sure. So like an example, let's see. All right, I'll do a skincare one. All right, so let's say you're in a company and there's some skincare. You could write something like, what are your biggest skin concerns?
Mm-hmm.
You can say aging or oil control. I don't know, I'm making up something. Clearly I'm not. Right? Like aging or acne. Aging or acne, that's probably a better one, right? And then you're going to have a ton of comments, right? And you're also going to have people commenting in it like, it was acne, but then I found da 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 da. Like you're just going to have conversation, and that, like he said, that puts more people up in your funnel.
Mm-hmm.
From there, like a hair care one, right? What kind of hair do you have? Do you have thick hair or thin hair? Do you have brittle hair or I don't know. You have wavy hair or straight hair? Do you have curly hair or textured hair? Do you have color treated hair or not? You know, you're getting the point. These kinds of things that they don't have, like he stopped himself at the controversial one. He's like, oh wait, don't do that one, right? Like it doesn't have to be a controversial anything to make people ask. And for those who are like, really? You can, if you're really just not feeling creative, I'm always telling our team, like, go make a poll of anything. Like, here's some gimmies. Ready? You guys, you're taking notes, right? Mountains or beaches?
Yep.
Night owl or early bird?
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza or pasta?
What's your favorite pasta?
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite pasta?
I don't know. It really depends.
Oh, you
on
more
my
of a pizza.
mood.
You're more,
I'm yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good. Hold on. Oh. I've got a good one for you actually though. Here's one you guys can ask about pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Does it though? I don't
Yes,
know.
I think
No,
it does.
no.
Yes, for me, it's a yes.
No,
My favorite pizza of all time. Yes.
No, come on, guys, have my back. Come on, there's too many yeses in
You
this.
y'all gotta try pepperoni and pineapple. It'll change your life, okay? All right, so my Italian man would freak out that I just said that.
a
That's
note of
okay
that.
though. All right, so no, I'm kidding. Let's give you some more gimmies.
Sneakers or flip flops?
Or heels if you're, you can do that too. But yeah, flip flops too.
Read or listen? I mean, these are like basic ones as
This
well,
is
right?
great though. Keep giving. Yeah, let's keep. Is this useful? What's your favorite color?
So simple. It has to be super simple though.
Yeah.
This is where people kind of get it wrong, right?
I love that. Did you see the poll? Is this super helpful? Yes or yes? I love that. Those of you who are, once you start to really establish your brand, you can also get stuff in there. So maybe you're known. We were talking to somebody yesterday. She's talking about how her Instagram page used to be a lot around, decorating and stuff like that. You could ask questions like, what kind of interior design do you like? Do you like rustic or are you more modern? So you can then but these polls, because then you're starting to get a little more specific about stuff. Makeup or no makeup, beard or no beard.
Mm-hmm.
You could even do stuff like that. Men on here, right? You could literally post a photo of you with a beard, a photo without a beard, and say beard or no beard. And just commit to not caring what people say.
And I would recommend listing some of the benefits of your products, your service, your opportunity. And just like, for example, if you're in a skincare product, maybe go and find 2 of the biggest skincare companies. Do you use, this is going to be really bad for me. Do you use Nivea or Dove? I don't even know if they're companies. I know in the UK they are. Like, they're so, actually, I think they are. All right. I think might be moisturizer, not skincare, but you get my point, right? So you give them give them 2 options. It doesn't matter what options they choose. You can go have a conversation about like, hey, have you ever considered changing product company? Like, would you like to see like what's happened to mine? Or again,
and you want like a ninja tip with this. This is so good.
Mm.
Is if like your last post before this was maybe a customer testimonial, or was something around your product and opportunity, like maybe your post before this poll was like a real banger, right? Like a real sale, like something either one of those 2s or 1s, like a 2 that's definitely alluding to there being a business going on or a product you like, or even your actual sales post, right? and maybe that one didn't take off, hit too well. But then if you do a poll next that gets a lot of engagement, they're on your page now. They're going to go from, you know, this poll post, they're going to scroll. Oh, what's that? Right? So sometimes there's just these little tiny hacks that keep people on your page just a little bit longer so you can start converting more leads.
And that's the thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I don't like you never interrupting. You stay here. So when it comes to like the conversational post, like a lot of people may be kind of saying, oh, I don't get anyone to answer my stories. Like, yeah, it's because you're not doing the inspirational, the personal, the educational. Like you can't just have like if you're just doing the conversational, you've got no one to have a conversation with. Of course, you're not going to have anyone reply. It's like, I'm just going to have a conversation with a brick wall. Like, hello, brick wall. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens when you have a conversation with a brick wall, right? You have to give the value. You have to give the education. You have to give the entertainment to have the audience of people to speak to, people who like you, the people who trust you. Then you ask them the question. So shall we talk
like,
about...
can I give an example of someone who's really good at it that like I see in the accelerator?
Yeah.
Like, we're allowed to do that, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So, and I'll use the example and then I'll tell you guys, just because I know you're going to go rush and not listen to me and you're going to go try to find their social media. So like this person is constantly educating on her product, like the actual benefits of the product. Like she'll talk about the, like the collagen, it's a collagen product in particular. So like the collagen around it, and we'll show a bunch of different before and like bunches and bunches and bunches of before and, you know, after photos, like this long hair, like all over the place. I'm like, oh geez, like it's obvious. You're like, holy smokes, like this clearly works, you know? And she's got some stuff around like, oh, things she doesn't sell, but she'll be like, you could also use this hairbrush, right? So she's adding all this value. Like you could try this hairbrush, you could try, I like this shampoo. It's not anything she sells, right? I like this, whatever, you get the point, like extra stuff, combs and sleep with a silk pillowcase. And like the women are like, oh yes, okay, I like this, yes. Okay. And then personally, personal stuff, her hair went from like, whoa to like, whoa. Like her whole thing is like this mermaid gang thing she's got going on, right? But then she also shares a lot of her life. So like she shares a lot of personal stuff around like her transformation from self-harm to loving herself. She shares her marriage. She shares she got braces as an adult and took her entire following on this whole journey about like, you know, my teeth were like this and now it's like, ah! Like there was even, I think, a reel when she saw her face for the first time after getting like I was like invested. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see your face. Like, oh my God, it's been like years, right? Okay, which is also then inspiring, right? And you see the inspirational stuff because she ties in, like I mentioned, like some of this prior self-harm stuff and, you know, eating stuff and whatever. But I'm like, wow. And she shows her team winning. And then she did just hit top rank after struggling for 5 years.
That's amazing.
And she takes people through this like emotional journey of, I wanted to quit. It was awful. And I just went to my company's event and now I'm top rank. Like the coolest, like I was just like, oh my God. Like if you don't comment on it, you're kind of like a turd.
Yeah.
Like
who are you?
Like how can you scroll past someone who's like, oh God, my team, you know, like the mermaid gang, right? Like you're just like, I must comment. You're just like so compelled. I know I'm not going to recruit her. She knows she's not going to recruit me. I'm like, oh, I'm so into this. And so then every time there's a conversation, you know, she's like, oh, like whatever, people want to talk.
Yeah.
You know, she's got polls in the story. There's the conversation going on, but it was because she had all of these elements. And I know it's more than just this person, but it's Kinsey Ray. I just can't see her room number at all. It's cut off. But Kinsey Ray,
the one with the awesome smile.
With the awesome smile, because she had adult braces.
Is this?
Yes.
Oh, go on.
You're right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit awesome smile.
Kinsey, yeah.
Oh, let's flash it on the screen. Yeah, go on, team.
But it's so well done because it's real. I think we'll pin her so you guys can see the smile, just because, and the hair, because I mean, y'all, I mean, like, oh my God, look at that.
I know, like, come on. It doesn't end.
Yeah, we'll try to pin you so everyone can see your smile. But it works. This flow that Fraser showed you, it does work. Yeah. Some of you're gonna have to get a little bit more. Look, smile for him.
Big smile.
Hey guys,
look at them Nashes. Nashes, go on. Oh, yeah, come on.
Oh my God.
There we go. That is cool. I want to follow her. I want to follow this.
I'll give you a handle.
Thank you.
So, like, I mean, it's this. I just want you guys to know, some of you are gonna have to get a little uncomfortable.
For sure.
Some of you, the idea of sharing,
Mm-hmm.
like some of the stuff I just said about Kinsey, she makes it public, so I knew she wouldn't freak out if I said, you know, some of the stuff. You're like, I could never. It's like try saying like 1% of your story to get a little personal, right? And then like maybe next week you can tell like a little bit more, and then like a little bit more. Okay, like a little bit. But you've got to get a little bit better at this because people have to know you, like you, trust you.
Yeah, for sure. It's super important. I think when it comes to the key one here, really, yes, the money is going to come from the conversational posts, and then obviously you can go into the scripts as to where the money's coming from. But let's talk about the education, entertainment, even the emotional, which I suppose is another E. I'm a great believer in Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, and I know you are too.
Yes.
How many of you guys have done a Facebook Live every week for at least the last 6 months? How many of you guys, just kind of give us a wave? If you have, give us a wave. I mean, what? There's not very many.
No.
There's not very many. So
I think your theory is right. We were talking at Eric's house and Fraser goes, I really still think Facebook Lives or live video in general is the most underutilized tool on the internet.
I'll tell you this, when the first time I ever spoke on stage, I was 21 years old. I'd been around personal development my entire life. My dad was the person who introduced me, but I had no clue. I had no clue it was about to happen. He goes, I'm the next speaker, all the way from my own house is my son, Fraser Brooks. My dad was a great hype man. Like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not speaking. I'm the whole back row of the event, 400 people at the event, the whole back row are my best friends. And they were all like, Fraser's going to be speaking. This is going to be brilliant. And I remember walking onto the stage. So it probably took me 15 minutes to get onto the stage. I was petrified. People were basically pushing me on. And I grabbed the phone. My dad kind of gave me the microphone. I held the very bottom of the microphone, and you could see it visibly shaking from left to right. And I just opened my mouth, just repeat. Some of you guys are laughing because you're like, yeah, that's me. And I burst into tears. Cheers. I burst into tears. The fear and the phobia was so strong that it was the only way I could get off the stage. My dad, again, he can tell me how it is because my dad, he could do it anyway, but he kind of grabbed the microphone off me, kind of barged me out of the way and just kind of went, well, that didn't go according to plan. And everyone was laughing and I just felt so bad. And I made it a kind of a life mission to turn my biggest weakness into my biggest asset. And now I'm stood here with Jessie Lee Ward, Eric Warre stand by, and I've literally turned my biggest weakness into my biggest asset. I've been paid to speak on stages in 31 different countries. But here's what I want you to know, and I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, Fraser, well done, right? I get that. If it wasn't for live video, I would never got good on stage. Do you think it's easier to go live in front of a camera or live in front of a massive audience? I'll tell you, the camera, I whipped it out, bang. And at the start, it was, hey folks, just gonna wait for some of you guys to jump on because there's no one on here. And the energy sucked. Mm-hmm. And I realized that, you know what? People join the live because of the title. They stay on the live because of your energy and delivery, and they keep coming back because of your consistency. Those are the three things. Notice those are the top three things. Content is not in the top three. Imagine if your sports team were just about to kick off and they announced that the 7th best player wasn't able to play. You wouldn't care. 7th best player. I don't care. If it was the top 3 players, then you maybe worry. But it's the title. If it's on Facebook, obviously the title matters. If it's on Instagram, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter too much. So the title gets someone onto the live, right? People aren't just joining and watching lives for the sake of it. They want to see the title. So the title has to have a high level of curiosity. In the beginning, you will suck, but you'll get better by doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. So good title gets people coming on. Number 2, is good delivery, good energy will keep people on, right? So good energy, good delivery will keep people on. People watch Jessie Lee Ward's lives, they watch my lives because it's engaging. It's high energy. It's not, hello. Right? No. The third thing is consistency, which we talk about all the time, right? But if people have got a good title to get them on, we have good energy to keep them on, we need to have the consistency to keep them coming back, right? So this is like super fundamental that you get this. So here's what I did. Every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK, right? UK time, 9 p.m. UK time on my personal profile. I believe that's a great way to start. And I know some of you guys are absolutely petrified because you're wondering what your cousin's thinking, your uncles are thinking. I had the same thing. I just made a decision. I'm just going to go live every single week. I'm going to go live every single week, 9 p.m. And I did. And at the beginning, the titles were bad. And the energy was poor. But I was consistent, so I had one of the top 3 ticked. I went live again, and again, and again. And I had 5 people on, 10 people on, 15 people on, 30 people on. Then the 12th live I did, there was 130 people on. And I was freaking out. I was like, called my dad. I was like, Dad, I just had 130 people on a live. Like, ah! And he's like, really? Like, are the robots? Are they fake? Are they real? I'm like, no, they're all real people. I kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it to the stage where we had over 3,000 people watching lives. The biggest live I've done is just under 10,000 people on a live. And again, I'm not being like me, but I want you to understand that you will suck at the beginning. Every big hit was a little bit, right? When they first started. Every master was once a disaster. Every legend started as a loser. I definitely was. I sucked. So
I mean, mine were atrocious.
Yeah.
I was committed. You know, this consistency, this commitment, that was everything. I went live over 700 days in a row.
700 days?
700. December 2015, the day that little feature popped up, I was like, all right, I'm just going to go. And now I know your next question is, what do you talk about?
Exactly.
Okay, guys, I would do my eyebrows. I've got good eyebrows. I would do my eyebrows on Facebook Live. Like, here's what I used. That's today's live. I'd be like, oh, what did I eat today? I did this. Hey, guys, how you doing? Checking in. I would do honest to God fake question and answers. Like, I would go on Google and type in most commonly asked questions. And I'd be like, all right, we're going to do a question and answer. These questions were pre-submitted. And I would do like 3 answers to questions. I would do some kind of personal development and I would just train on that for a couple of minutes. I was so scared. I was so nervous. I was mean. Just because I was so scared, I think your body starts like malfunctioning sometimes. So like I didn't know what was coming out of my mouth. But I'm telling you, it is one of those, back to using the word weapons, but live video is one of those weapons where the skill set we've acquired from it is worth probably billions of dollars.
100%.
Like, I can look in a camera, this gigantor camera that you can't see. This is not weird for me. It is not weird for me to come and march on a $20 million stage. It would have been a couple years ago. We get on stages all around the world. It's like, okay, here we go. We don't have that. Yesterday, how long did we have to prepare? Eric gave us 30 seconds or something. Hey guys, I'm not feeling good. I can't come back. You guys take the rest of the afternoon. We're like, okay.
All right.
Okay. Because we've done this so many times. The repetition, you're going to be so bad.
Yeah.
But if you commit to being bad, the process goes, you suck. You just got to suck a little bit faster, okay? You suck and you suck and you suck and you suck, then you get bad. And then when you're bad for a period of time, then it gets to be okay.
Yeah.
And then your process is, I'm okay at Facebook Live, and then it turns, or Instagram, TikTok Live, then it turns into, I'm getting pretty good at this. I'm getting pretty good at this. Then it gets to great, and then it turns to world class. So when you see somebody like me, okay, now you guys see me on live video where I have a 3-pronged tripod, and I'm live on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook answering all 3 questions. It's almost like my brain is, I can speed read now. Like, I am a monster. That's world class.
Yeah.
So I'm live on 3 platforms, going live to over 1,000 people every single morning now. I'm an actual broadcast TV station.
Yeah.
It doesn't start there. It started, guys, I started with my phone. You're like, give me the equipment list. No. This is the equipment list. I literally took a phone during the hours of daylight. I propped it on front or on a windowsill. Facing the sunlight was my ring light.
Yep.
And if the windowsill was crooked or the windowsill was up, my equipment was a stack of books. And some of the time when I travel, my equipment is a pop socket and I hang it off of my laptop like that. Come on. Your overthinking is stopping you from making impact. It's stopping you from making income. You don't need the tripod. You don't need the lighting system. You don't need the tripod. You don't need the pointer. You don't need, if you've ever seen my gigantic electronic, ginormous $10,000 Samsung whiteboard, you don't need any of that. You don't. Post-it notes are great. You stick them on your phone so you can cover the number for those of you who are going to barf when you see either 0 or 200 or any number in between. Cover it with a Post-it note. Put your outline on a Post-it note on your phone and commit to the process. We are only on this stage, both of us, because we committed specifically to live video. When I met Eric Worre in 2016, he knew who I was because I was the girl with blue hair who climbs in bathtubs, fully clothed, on live video. I'm telling you, some of you were like, what in the hell did she just say?
And here's one thing. I actually did this in the beginning because I struggle big time. So I'm just on Facebook now, right? And we'll pull this on the Elmo, right? I'm on Facebook. I click live in the top left-hand side. You can see we got live here, right? We got live here. So I click on the live. And in the top left-hand corner, you can see it says public, right? I know it's really small, but it says public. So if I click on public, I can then set it to only me, right? So I can click on only me. Guess who's going to see that when I go live? Only me, right? So I'm going to get used to just doing the Facebook Lives only to me. If I really am concerned and worried about the people in my life who are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. Like, oh, who's this? Trevor McDonald. I mean, the guys in the UK will understand what I mean there, right? So here's the cool thing, though. If I absolutely smash it, what do? I post it, and then I go into the settings, and I change it from only me to public. And now the whole world can see it. But here's the rule I'm going to give you guys, and you've got to stay very true to this rule. Only do 3 lives to only me. Don't always do this. You're only using this to just get good at like, okay, that's how I start a live. That's how I end a live. That's kind of like how I can, speak. I can get it further. I can get it closer. This has helped me massively because I was super, I was camera shy. I was people shy. I was everything shy.
Yeah. And on that, just so everybody's totally clear, we're both introverts.
Mm-hmm. You're an introvert.
I'm terribly introverted.
She is.
Yeah.
She actually.
You don't believe it, but I'm like the actual worst.
You actually, yeah. We're both quite.
We're both pretty bad.
Yeah, we're quite.
And then we can do the business extroversion thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so those of you who are like, how am I going to build this business?
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to tell you, live video has allowed me to be my introverted, quiet to myself self. And then still build a massive brand.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I'll say on this, because we're actually going to take a workout session. What's it? A breakout session?
Yeah, I hope not.
And you guys are going to go live, okay? During this.
I'll give you an idea. Let's talk about like, so like, for example, here's what I would do. One thing that you're great at, I do similar, is we have a very structured beginning and end.
Yes.
So your beginning goes like,
hello, everybody. It's Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee.
And mine goes, hey, everyone. Fraser Brooks here, coming to you live from Las Vegas. That's it. That's it. And when you know what to start with, and by the way, it's not, oh, we're live.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, everyone.
Just gonna wait for everyone.
Just going to wait for everyone, right? So we have a beginning and at the end, it's like, hey, if you got value from this, share this, love it. Let me know what your big takeaway was down in the comments. When you have a beginning and an end, the middle bit just kind of happens. You can have some notes. So here's what I would recommend. I'm a great believer in having 3 things. I'm gonna put them in the top right here, just so it's on one page, right? I believe you have a hook or an intro, the hook for us is just the, hey everyone, Fraser Brooks here, coming to you live from the, right? I would then go tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, or lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and then a CTA, which is short for call to action, or you can go with a call to close, or sorry, call to comment, right? Now, you're probably thinking, what's tip 1, tip 2, tip 3? What's lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3? You could do book reviews. I guess you guys have all read a book called Go Pro, right? I hope you have. Who's read a book called Go Pro before? 6 of you? Oh, there we go, right?
Emma's got
There we
hers.
go. Like, yeah, there we go. Emma T has got it on the screen, right? So you could go with 2 top tips from GoPro. Now they're all coming on the screen now. All top tips from GoPro. 3 lessons
Jackie's
learned
got
so
hers.
far. 3 things Jessie Lee Ward taught me. 3 things, whatever. 3 lessons, 3 tips, 3 reasons why.
Like, let's check. Have you learned 3 things today?
This is
Just like, I want to make sure.
I'm getting
Has
nervous.
everyone learned at least 3 things today?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, that's good news.
Are you sure? Okay. I know you're going to be tempted during this little breakout session to give 8,000 tips. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Because some of you were like, I didn't read GoPro. Oh God, I can't do the live. Okay, that's fine. I think Eric's okay. You bought the accelerator. Okay, you could go buy GoPro too. All right, but I'll tell you, just those 3 quick bow. Yeah. You can complete a live in 5 minutes. Maybe it takes you 10 minutes. Maybe you're an elaborator and it takes you the full 15, whatever. Okay, this is applicable on Instagram,
Yes, it is.
on Facebook,
Mhm.
and on TikTok.
Mhm.
My lives are not different. They're identical. The only difference is that on Facebook, I give very specific instructions on how to follow me at the end. Everything else is the same.
And your funnel, it's building people coming into the funnel, educate, personal, right? And this is the easiest way and the best way to do it. Why? Live video will get the most amount of comments, more than, I mean, you've had thousands and thousands. I mean, I watch your daily lives on Instagram. I probably watch on Instagram more than I do on Facebook, which is kind of strange. But you can just comment after comment after comment after comment after comment after comment after comment. There's just thousands and thousands of comments every day. Didn't start that way.
Oh God, no.
Didn't start that way. There's the odd one, but there's so many people coming into your world. So people are like, how did you recruit so many people? How did you get so many customers? Because you're constantly pouring into that funnel, right?
We can also give you guys some pro tips on lives after we break out.
Yeah, we want-
Because I want to give you some of those little things that have absolutely helped me, if that's something that interests you, to get more of those comments, more of that engagement, and things of that nature. But what I was going to say when I was talking about being an introvert, because I could feel my introverts actually having a mental breakdown when I said we're going to go live on this breakout. Guys, to the point of like, we saw the chats of like yeah, right, she's introverted. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is more Jessie Lee talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like if you were to sit down with me in the lobby, at my house, like all the times we've spent together, this is me.
Mm-hmm. True.
If I'm going to open my mouth, I'm not the loud one. I'm like, yeah, sure. What's going on? Yeah, cool. Whatever. Right. I'm the awkward kind of turtle. All right. Who you see when I'm dancing around on stage, or if you've watched me on live video or whatever, that's Boss Lee. Okay. I have an alter ego. She's my like cape that I put on, like, show the people what they want. And I'm like, oh God, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That is the
Okay,
perfect
that's
song.
not Jessie Lee. Lee, okay? That's not Jessie Lee.
It's true.
So I'm super loud when I have to be, and then we're both gonna leave here and we're gonna eat a little bit of food, and it's gonna be 7 o'clock, and we're gonna be like, can we go to? I'm so tired. I need. Okay, like we both just wilt. We wilt. We show up for you, and then we wilt. All right. So, look at that. Look at what Virginia Phipps did. Posted a reel with me and Jessie Lee, over 950 views. Holy smokes!
Come on.
Woo, let's go.
Come on. So I want you to get really clear on those 3 tips, the 3 lessons, whatever it might be. And just that's what the title is pretty much going to be. The 3 top tips, or my 3 top tips to whatever it is. My 3 lessons learned from Jessie Lee Ward. My 3 top tips from the GoPro Accelerator.
Liza Brooks.
It's just whatever it is, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because after we're done with this, I think we should get the energy up and get them all dancing. As soon as we finish the dance, they go straight into
Yeah,
it.
because we need their energy up for sure.
Yeah. And we'll
Don't overthink this, guys. It's just those short titles.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like, here's like, and sometimes it can be things that just make people like, I just want to know. Like, here's one. Do you want to know, or do you want to learn from multimillionaires? They'll be like, huh? Or what I learned today from multimillionaires. What in the hell? Right? Or something like top tips on how to build big business on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You won't believe what I learned today. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
You won't believe what I learned today.
Curiosity.
When that pops up in your memories, you're going to watch your own live back. Like, what did I learn that day? I wonder. Like, you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what I learned.
Don't watch this if you want blank.
Yeah.
My secret weapon to blank, right? Just pick a benefit. Don't overcomplicate it. And again, messy action. You'll probably mess it up. I definitely did. I deleted my first live. But guess what? Also, I wish I hadn't deleted it, because if I could show you that first live that I did, you would go, oh, I got this. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in. Like, I'm going to win at this. So I think we get the energy up.
Yes. And if you're going to barf, remember you can do only me, but I need us to commit. Remember, we are coachable. We are willing to barf, and we are hungry.
That's it. We've got 15 minutes. As soon as we go to the breakout, you do the lives. 15 minutes, we'll be back, which means we'll be back. Well, let's go till 3 p.m., right? 3 p.m., 17 minutes.
We'll go to 3 p.m. Pacific.
Go to 3 p.m. So let's ramp up the energy in here. You guys go crazy with us. And as soon as we go to breakout rooms, we want you to do the live video. And we're going to ask you guys if you did it after we're done, all right? Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. We can see you.
That's it. Come on. Oh, Cindy Buck. Good work.
Who's dancing? Oh. All right. Woohoo! Well.
My brain's popping. All of us incredibly loving, caring educators. Man, oh man, how could, it's not a matter of getting it wrong. It's about, it is about, like one thing she says, be your biggest, loudest, boldest self. And that only comes from doing lots of lives and lots of presentations. You can't just get up and be big. I mean, unless you drink a ton of alcohol or do something, you know what I mean? But it does come the more you decide what you want to talk about, isn't it?
Well, so coming from my point of view, I'll give you my side. I am always more comfortable the sillier I am. So I can be stupid, I can dance, I can act crazy, I am always more comfortable in the goof role, right? So to calm down and actually talk and speak and do like that is more uncomfortable for me. I can act like an idiot all day long, right? But it's when I have to stop and now focus and not be silly and not be, right? That's a different uncomfortable for me. So everyone's going to feel differently about what phase of this is. And I will just say on top of that, messy, 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 messy. And I watch Jessie Lee all the time. It's not always perfection. Like she's a mess all the time. All the time. I watched her live today. Well, it was a mess, right? Everything she does is a mess. So it's not about perfection.
I think one of the other things is people like to have high energy, an entertainment level of energy. It doesn't have to be stupid. I was looking on TikTok today and I came across a couple of things that came up and the girl's like, okay, so just like he said, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even let her get past the sentence because it was like, I can tell already this isn't going to be worth my time. I talk fast, I think fast. I need to hear some energy somewhere. So doesn't have to be crazy or stupid even, just something, be passionate, be excited about what you're sharing.
And I also believe that it's going to speak to whoever you're speaking to. So loud, calm, slow, fast, right? It's all everyone learns differently. Some are visual learners, some are readers, some are listeners, right? So it's I'm a multifaceted learner. So if you just like play something and I have to listen to it, I have to play that over and over and over, which is why I read and listen to the same book at the same time, because that's how I learn. So it's just, everyone's going to be so different. That's why you notice they do different colors. So how he was writing, it was in black, and then it was in green, and then it was in red, and then it was because people who are visual learners, that stimulates their brain. People who are kinesthetic learners, they want to touch stuff. So you want to pass out a piece of paper, you want to hand them a pen, you want to have them doing something, right? Everybody learns differently and understands differently. So most of the time we will teach from the side that we are. So Leah, what are you? What kind of learner are you? Do you know?
Visual. Yeah, I think visual.
So we'll tend to teach from that, right? Which is you're running, you're doing stuff like you're giving visuals for people to look at.
But is that kinesthetic though?
No.
Yeah. Is that because I'm doing?
Yeah, that'd be kinesthetic because a visual learner would have to read it.
Visually, it's entertaining because you're throwing words on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's both, which is good. And it's got music, so you have all of those things mixed together, which is the best way to learn.
I think that's why TikTok's actually pretty brilliant. When I first started learning TikTok through this training, as from my educator hat, I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant, because with the words and the music and the doing, it hits the top 3 learning styles.
Just a few minutes. Video's over.
I have a quick question. So they said, like, I think it was last week, but to record a video in Instagram Reels, and then you could post that to Facebook and to TikTok. Is that what most people are doing?
I've done it both ways. So I did a Reels and then I put it into TikTok, and then I did a TikTok today and I put it into and then I uploaded it into my Reels. So I wanted to play to see if you could go both ways.
And you can. Okay. I tried to edit a Instagram Reel and I wasn't able to edit it. And maybe this is something I just have to play around with. But I didn't know if someone could tell me the best place to edit. I can edit videos in my video app in my iPhone, and I know how to do that. But can you upload a live into other places? People that have done lives. I haven't done a live before.
A Facebook Live?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So when
I haven't done any Facebook Live since we started this. I mean, normally I've just been doing it where it's at. I know that it probably has to be either done in your personal page or you have to save it to your device to be able to upload it somewhere. Wendy, are you doing lives?
I think a live is live. Unless you show it to only me, it's live. You can't add in a video because that'll come up as a video. You can save it to post again on Facebook. And I always put the caption, if you're reading this, this is the replay. But if you're doing live, you're live.
But you can't. You can download your live onto your Facebook page
Once it's done.
Yeah, because I do.
And you can download it to your phone. And so that's what I do. I download it to my phone, and then if it's a good one, I upload it into otter.ai that puts the captions on it. So then, because people read, you've got to have captions on your video if you want to repurpose that.
Yeah.
But that then you can then put that on YouTube, or you can put that on LinkedIn, or you can repurpose that with the captions.
Okay.
So I tend to do a live 3 or 4 times, and it's usually on the platforms, and it's usually the last one that's the sharpest. So that's the one I'm likely then to, because you do not want to waffle. You really need to be sharp if you're going to repurpose it. So that's the one I then will send to Otter. And I think it's about, I don't know, $50, maybe $100 for that license for the year to be able to send videos to it. It transcribes it, and then you can correct the transcription. So then you also have the written transcription of that video. So you've got the verbiage to repurpose. I think, so this is why doing this stuff is so good, because then you've got a bank of content that you can then start recycling.
So as a side note, when you go from Zoom to Facebook now, on a Facebook Live, it automatically transcribes it for you. It may not be accurate, but it automatically gives it verbiage. So I believe that you should be able to, once that Facebook Live is done, download the Facebook Live and repurpose it. So they're just, I need to play with that a little bit because I'm not sure.
When you go to
just noticed
Facebook,
something when they updated the Zoom recently, you can Zoom, you can Facebook Live from your Zoom, and it automatically adds in the closed captioning.
on Facebook Live, there's nowhere to put, it says start live video. There's nowhere to say practice video or do a video.
So you just go live, but you can edit privacy.
That's what he
And
said.
yeah,
You
and
can't make the whole
and
video before, unless you put it just to you, and then if you like it, then you put it to public.
Well, you don't get the engagement when you do it that way, but you can set up your own private Facebook group. Like I've got a private prep, I call it Leah's prep group. So I'll practice a live in there if, you know, I want to get something. So then I can see it, and then I go live again. And it's like anything, if you're then delivering the same content the second time, a third time, a fourth time, it's going to be much sharper and more impacting.
Right.
Oh, so you share it to your own private group.
Yeah, that's my practice group. Especially if I'm not in the mood. You got to get yourself in the mood.
How often do you go live, Leah?
Well, and that it's like I was going live a lot during the 11-day cleanse, and that's what I think was why I then had, you know, half a dozen people who came into my 30-day cleanse with me. So it's about structuring. So I'm planning to go live every day.
Really?
Somewhere.
That's awesome.
But, yeah. More
Good for
on
you.
Instagram. Well, you know, follow the system. Let's just do it. You know, and I promise you, you get over yourself the more you do it. And you're fabulous presenter, Sarah. Oh my goodness, you're so captivating.
Oh, thank you.
What I like about going Facebook Live is if you get people coming on, you can invite them on to the live to chat with you, right? Which actually just adds to the whole experience. And it also takes away people's anxiety about, well, I'm not going to say nothing, I'm not going to say nothing. But then they find that Joe Bloggs comes on and wants to be on. You bring him on, and there you are, both chatting away like mad. Yeah, I've done Facebook Lives on a Friday for the last 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you usually do yours on, Harry?
Just, I don't script it, right? I'll pick up on something during the Friday morning that I feel that I want to talk about. And it can be anything. It can be isogenics. It isn't always isogenics. It can be just how I'm feeling. I sometimes now I've been talking to people about my model railway that I'm building. I'll talk about the dog. What I'm trying to do when I put the Facebook Live on is, yes, I am mentioning how good I am, how I'm feeling. If somebody comes on and says, yeah, well, okay, so what are you using? And I'll give a little brief answer to that and just say, if you're interested in finding out more about what I'm using, just PM me and we'll have a good chat. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I've come across old friends that, old military friends and whatever, that have seen this come live on a Friday, and now we're Facebook friends and telephone friends and everything else. So no, they're dead right. The first time that you do any of these, it's so scary. In fact, the first time I did it, I couldn't get my mouth open to say anything. It was well, this is Harry, and I live in Saskatchewan. That's when I did live in Saskatchewan, and I'll say, been here for a few years now. But I can remember doing the very first ones. They were so awkward, and I was convinced I would never ever do another one. But 2 years later, now I have missed the odd time, and I'll apologize to people, because you get to see people who are following you all the time. And, and if you get people that are following you on a Facebook Live and you see them week after week after week, and they're not saying anything, they're not getting engaged, but there's nothing to stop you getting engaged with them after the call. I mean, I always go on there and thank everybody that was on there, and what I'm trying to do from that is create a conversation.
Harry, when you invite people onto your lives, does it go onto their personal wall too? I don't know if you've noticed that. It does.
I haven't noticed that, but I don't invite people, Oh, you mean, I just go, right? And I have a Facebook page that is primarily for the UK, and I'll mention the fact that don't forget, guys, Friday, Harry will be alive and this type of stuff, And I get the same, not always the same people, but I get a lot of the same people watching me, because it'll come and tell you.
We could practice and see if it does.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
It's a great thing of being able to practice among ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea of doing it on like a set day of the week and time, and then I think I would be less afraid if I did it with a friend first, just to get some.
Well, it's amazing how you'll get a message, right? Missed you on Friday, where were you? Right? I mean, but that's what we're after, isn't it? Is to have that interaction.
For sure. Well, and so let me share what happened. I posted my thing on Instagram today. So I made that video with just the words on it. I sold my successful businesses to do a stay-at-home business. It was the best decision I ever made. Yes, I retired my husband from the electrical union. Yes, now we live a life of contribution, lifting other people up. Yes, you could do it too. That's really, I mean, basically it was like 9 seconds. That's how long the video was. Just me making funny faces, right? With the words over it. My friend who I went to high school with comments 100% on it, right? So now we're in private message because it's on my story on my Instagram. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey, buddy, did you, his name's Buddy, not like I called him Buddy. His name really is Buddy. So thanks so much for your reply on my story. I was just wondering, were you being supportive or would you like some info on what I've been doing? And he said, both for sure, and you're welcome. So, you know, using the scripts. So now he wants to know what's going on. Now he's been watching me forever. I can show you that multiple times he has commented on my story. So he's obviously watching. My stories are popping up and he's seeing them. He's commented 5 times. And I've said, yes, works amazing, blah, blah, blah. Like I've commented back, but this is the first time I've asked him the question of, do you want more information? I probably could have asked him that 10 messages ago.
Wow.
So there you go. I'm coachable.
Pretty incredible.
I'm coachable. So.
I just want to say real quick, like every single one of you is so inspirational to me. Like seeing how you all like want to, you know, help veterans, Harry, and Leah, your running video, and Raylan, how you want to help retired people, and all of your different things. Oh, you're going to get me all choked up. And like, it's just so like, it's so awesome. I know you think I have an inspirational story. Well, I'm just kind of coming out here, you know, after being, you know, like 10 years of not doing anything. So all this feels so scary to me. And you all just make me feel comfortable and confident that I can do something. So yes, I've taught a lot, and I've kind of been in public spaces, and I've been up on stages and that kind of thing. So public speaking isn't all that new to me, but it's been an awful long time since I've done it all. And I certainly have not been on the internet very much, and I've not been on cameras for a very long time.
And what a great place to start for you to just say that to everybody and say,
Yeah.
It's been a really long time since I've done this, and you know, I want to share. And perfect. You just wrote your first.
I just have to do it.
I thought that was a great point too that they made. Sorry, I'm like snacking.
Oh no, it's making me hungry. I'm like, what is Wendy eating? I want to know.
They're like
Tell us.
crazy cookies. It's called My Cookie Dealer, and the cookies are like this big and this tall. They're stuffed, and it's just like I think it's like $5 for a cookie, and people
Are they like
bought a
gluten-free,
bunch.
dairy-free, like all the good things?
Negative. No.
Oh.
No,
You
they're
deserve
full
it.
everything. They're full
Good.
everything, and people left it after the competition. So I was like, oh, I'll just take it home and chip away at it. Anyway, but the point of like how we don't think that because we're in our environment all the time, we don't think it's different. Like the people who live in Hawaii, they don't look at their flowers outside of their house on a regular basis. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is my hang up. People are telling me like I need to go into coaching, and I'm like, what do I coach on? I don't air. It's just air. I no. Like people are gonna pay me to just talk.
Yes.
Well,
like I said, like go on and make shakes. I love watching you make shakes. Give me good ideas.
People pay people.
Well, what's
just to
inspired
learn
your
how
bikini
to
journey, Wendy?
read.
You know what?
Oh. Leah, you're muted. Were you?
Oh no, I think I interrupted Harry. Sorry.
All I was saying was that people pay people to learn how to breathe. right? So when you're looking for something to coach, there's an awful lot of stuff out there you could coach on.
It's so crazy. Like this pandemic has taught me that new jobs can come out of nothing, that they didn't exist before, but people will pay it because they want to learn something that somebody else has, right? I just have to hear it for myself.
So making making chicken could be a whole video all on its own. So, I mean, there's so many things that you do all day long that, you know, people would find interesting. So, and that goes for all of us. I mean, everything we do. I just know your life a little better after watching you. So, yeah, I mean, the things that you do, you could, you know, Sunday night dinner would be a great conversation, of a great video. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do.
Cool. Thank you.
Totally.
Leah, you had, it's an obvious one, I think that.
Well, your you know, what inspired you to become, you've won like body competitions. That's huge. People want to learn from achievers. Wendy, you're in a class of your own at that level, but you can bring yourself into, you know, like, I guess, normalizing yourself about what inspired you to take this path, because you're a delight to listen to, you know, and you're smart. You know, I get people saying, I want to work with you because you're not the dolly, you know, scripted, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, and that's why just starting helps you to find your own rhythm with that. But people love a success story.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you sound
Tell
exactly
me when
like...
when you're doing it and I'm there, you're number one cheerleader.
No, you sound exactly like my Instagram coach. Anyway, thank you.
Well, think about it. Why do you pay a coach? Right? Why do you pay? It's because there's a gap that this person has something that you don't have. So you pay them to close the gap.
Right.
Same deal.
And
And you're already coaching. You're coaching, you know, multi-million-dollar business.
Right. And I'm paying them to coach me on a specific thing. I don't need them to tell me everything. Like I have an intuitive coach and I pay her for her energy, like her vibration. And I pay my personal trainer just for like the fitness part. And I have a posing coach who just does my posing, and I won't go to her for like other advice. I get it. Thank you. Needed to say that.
Okay, homework. Facebook Live video. Good title, good energy. So you want your hook for your intro, tip 1, 2, and 3, and a call to action or a call to comment.
Question. Is this any different than a story, like a video on a story?
Well, the story goes away.
Oh, okay.
So I would just recommend that you do the
On the
Facebook
wall.
Live. I think you can probably share it to your story as well.
Okay.
It gives you some options at the end when you've finished it as to where you want to share it.
True.
So do that. And then, so whatever you want to talk about. I mean, we're getting ready to do an 11-day stress-free summer. Maybe that would be a great thing for everybody to chat about, of how to take simplistic, convenient steps for the next couple of weeks and join in with us. Could be a thought. I'm just, that you guys do it on whatever you want. I'm just giving ideas.
I just have a question on that choice of where you post it, Harry. If you choose to post your live to your story, does it still post to your page, or will it only post to one place?
I'm sorry, I can't answer
I
that.
think it gives both options.
It gives you the options, but I couldn't tell you because all I've ever done really is posted it to my own Facebook page and to the Facebook group that I have for the UK.
Yeah, I think there's multiple options and you can click on whatever they are. I know
Yeah.
there's multiple options. I
Or
think
you can just
actually do
save it,
both.
type of thing. You know, you've just
Oh yeah, save it and then post to stories. Yeah.
Play around,
So
see what
you'll-
happens, and then you can tell us tomorrow how you did. I mean, most of us are in a learning curve right now with like moving things around from one place to the other. So I do know that I've been able to put a lot of verbiage and a lot of words and a lot of voiceover on videos using TikTok. I've had an easier time with TikTok than I have with Reels. So I need to practice on Reels a little bit more. But I like that I can do it on TikTok and move it to Reels. But I feel like I can do a lot of funky stuff on TikTok. There's some great filters on there too. Like if you want to doll up your face or have cat ears or, you know, whatever, there's a billion different things. That's how I got my blue eyes today. So if anybody saw my brown eyes, blue eyes, right, that's how I did that.
And I think that's the message too, isn't it? Have fun. You know, especially TikTok and Reels, I think is about fun.
For sure.
You can't laugh
And
at yourself.
you know what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the 11-day reset or the 2-week stress-free summer. I'm going to talk about that on my TikTok. I think I'm going to do it.
Okay, I'll do the same.
I think it'll be great to do a TikTok where you go,
Yeah.
Here's the like simple shake, simple shot, simple this, simple that, right? All these simple steps. So you want convenient health, here it is, right? And then maybe I'll just cut and put them all together. And so I show simple.
So would you do it as one video, like, or you would just film each, like a little, you know, shake and a shake?
I'll start, stop, and try to piece
I want
it
the
together.
Macarena.
We'll
I'm going to
see
do
how
it to the
comes out.
Macarena.
Who knows? It'll be a
Wasn't
learning
that cool?
Not a clue. My husband's like, will you get off TikTok? I'm like, I'm trying to learn. So
I would pass a collagen bottle over to you, Jojo.
Oh, that would be good. I like that.
Or like each product over to you as you're talking about it.
Oh. We could do it together and you could pass it. I love it. Let's do it.
Okay.
What, you would do it like virtually together? Oh, how would you do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That's going to be good to see.
Yeah.
That's
So
like all
she
those soccer
passes
videos or all
collagen
those
bottle,
different
and then I
videos
grab
that you
it.
throw.
Right. So which way are you going? So if you go that way, you come from this side. Wait, I don't know. It depends on if we're backward or forward. Like this is my right side. Is
Give it
that
to
your
me.
left side? Isn't that
Give it-
funny? Like it depends on if we're mirrored or not. So that would be interesting. So you need a collagen bottle. So if you pass me the collagen bottle, see, I would have to take it from that way on my
Oh,
screen.
and that's not connected for me.
And that's so weird, right? Because we're flipped around. So I wonder if I could, maybe I have to shut off the mirror. So if we shut off the mirror, that might.
I think you have to share your screen while you're recording it. And
That's it.
there's
There's
we'll
the
be able to
answer.
do it. We'll be able to do it when we're side by side because I can shut off my mirror.
There's
Or we
the
can
answer.
turn on your mirror, either
You
way.
could always just bring it up and put it down.
I like
that.
both of you are there.
We have watched him do it, right? Here,
I
pass
like
me the tool.
passing it.
Yeah, I like it. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. Okay.
'Kay.
That's our job for tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys. Good job. We have, okay, so tomorrow is 2 hours. And I'm not sure, I think it's pretty intensive. So we possibly might break it into an hour and an hour, which I think would be better, personally. Because 2 hours is feeling really long to me right now. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm kind of feeling brain overload. So I'm feeling an hour Wednesday and an hour Thursday, and then if we can, that'll give us some homework. We can play around and see how everybody's feeling, and maybe we could get back together on Monday early to see how everyone's doing. But we'll be done, like we'll be done training wise and everything by then.
Kind of want to do this again.
And all of the videos are posted, so we can do, we can do it again. Pick the ones you want to and I really do believe that I'm going to go on YouTube and find videos that explain the different features and how to use everything, because they've done
You're
a
gonna have
quick
it in this?
overview, but
Are you going to post all that stuff in here? I mean, if we could keep this chat open and we can access all the
yeah,
past
if I find
videos.
something great that's really helpful, I'll definitely post the link so we can.
That'd be great to have just this
Yeah.
chat open. Yeah.
And I learned how to do pretty much everything from YouTube. Like, I mean, I get a new phone. That's where I spend my first 2 days, is looking at YouTube on how to turn things on and off on my phone. Right. So, it's always helpful. Okay. I'm done. Night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Night. Thank you so much.